Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I will be talking about how God cares about you. And today I'll be talking about what I got today from about the Bible app, verse of the day. And so I just thought it was really important that I would talk about it because it's really nice and awesome, powerful verse. And so I read it, I'm like, man, I should definitely talk about this. So it was in First Peter chapter 5 verses 7, and it says, "Give all your worries and cares to God, for He cares about you." Now, this is a very short verse, but it's a powerful one because it says, give everything you have to the Lord. All your worries, all your anxieties, just everything you have, give it to the Lord because He cares for you. He loves you, and it's amazing to know that how much God cares for us. It's nice to know how much God cares for us. This is, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. He is the beginning, the middle, and the end. And God is an amazing Father because as a father, father is his job is what? Is to care for his family, is to be there. Is to be there to comfort his family. And so that's what God is. God is the perfect Father, and He will always be there for you and for your needs. And so it's amazing to read about multiple times in the Bible how it talks about how God is there for you. And if you turn over to Isaiah, hopefully I can find it. It's Isaiah chapter 41. Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10. It says, "Don't be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, and I will help you. I will hold you up with my righteous right hand." So this verse is awesome too, because it talks about how much God, how deep we are in that valley. God will be there to lift us up with His righteous right hand. He will be there to build us up. Not ever will He ever tear us down in any way, shape, or form. Because God is a good God, and He provides for all our needs, and we see it multiple time and time again how God is always there for us and always building us up and never tearing us down in any way. Is there trials that comes away? Yeah, absolutely. Does that mean God's a bad father? Absolutely not, because those trials is the way that He uses us to grow. He uses those trials in our lives to help us grow closer to Him. Another verse that came to mind was Psalms chapter 46 verses 1 and 2. It says, "God is our refuge and strength, always ready to help us in times of trouble. We will not fear when earthquakes come and the mountains crumble into the sea." So it's same thing when it feels like your world is coming apart and everything's just crumbling, like mountains crumbles into the sea. What I want you to picture is when I think of mountains crumble into the sea, I just think of this mountain. Just think about this island, and this mountain is on the island, but it's right next to the wall. I want to think about an earthquake happening, and as earthquake comes and it's rumbling, I just want you to think of little by little, or even bigger if you want, just rocks and rocks. Part of the mountain sorry, excuse me, rocks and rocks just falling into the ocean, just rumbling, falling, and that's how you feel right now. I want you to think about these three verses I said. So it's Psalms 46 verses 1 and 2, Isaiah chapter 41, and Peter chapter 5 verses 7. Because these three are so powerful scriptures. And it's amazing how much God talks about how much He'll always be there for us, how much He's right there next to us in the fire. It's like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They were in the middle of the fire when I think it's Nebuchadnezzar had them thrown in, and he had I think 3 times hotter, and they were in there in the midst of the fire, right there, and as hot as it could be, and the Lord was with them. I want you to picture yourself in that fire right now, but think about the Lord is still with me. Even though I may not be able to see it, even though I may not feel it, the Lord is still here with me. Because especially for me in my life, I've experienced a couple of times where I just knew, like, even when I didn't feel it, I'm like, okay, Lord, I'm gonna try and trust in you. He's always come through, especially in my biggest, deepest times of trouble. Like I said, I think I said this, we've mentioned this before. After my friend passed away, I was on the couch. I just like was relaxing, watching TV, and I was hurting, upset. My world just crumbled into the sea. In a way, you could say a mountain crumbled into the sea. And so after that, I just like my soul was ocean waves. It was like when the disciples were crossing the sea and they woke Jesus up, like, Jesus, like, we're about to drown. And think about that as yourself. Like when the mountain's crumbling, you're waking in a way, you're almost waking, like shouting like, Jesus, Jesus, I'm about to sink. I feel like I'm about to die, and like my words are coming apart. But then it's like God like gives you peace. It's like, be still. You could say, think about your name, whoever you are, be still. And it's amazing to think about that. God will like give you peace. And so once you think about your soul being that, and God just says, be still. And that's what it's like. My soul I feel like I could breathe again almost. It's like in a way I was holding my breath, but I wasn't. And I just felt this peace come over me. And it was just such an amazing thing. I know, I'm like, I had this before and I made it through. So I'm like, I'm going to make it through this. And I did. I'm still here, here chilling, reading the Bible, talking about, doing my best to like talk about God to people and drinking protein shakes. Oh yeah. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to encourage you guys today with this because how amazing it is. Just think about how much God's still with you. So hope you guys have a blessed day. Leave any comments about this or anything you want me to talk about, and you guys have a blessed day.